Welcome back, YouTubers. Dozing for Dummies. We got a good day here before the snow comes in, so I'm going to shoot a bunch of videos here, and maybe I'll upload them tomorrow when we're sitting around with a foot of snow. Hopefully not. So, back to the air cleaner relocation. We got the hood off. Two things I want to show. Alright, one, how easy it's going to be to get some space under that dash. Here's our intake manifold, chunk of hose, up and down into the can. There's the top stack. We're just going to pull that right out of there, mount it down onto there so that the hood can slide right in. We'll just mount it down onto there, and then we will have a nice external. And because that's going, and this is all going, this monstrosity, what a joke. We are going to have plenty of room under there for our nice little cabin heater. So we'll be not freezing our nuts off when it's freezing. Okay, and the next thing, now the girdle plates, or truss plates, whatever this thing is, it's just a bad idea. Well, it does bolt on. And I thought about this, well, should we just strip it right off? But because this came out without the ROPS, I just fabbed that up fast so we could keep the rain off our heads. What we're going to do is we're going to build a ROPS canopy. And instead of sucking it in, most of the ones I've seen are down onto this little flat bar, which is a joke, right? This is, depending on how this thing's dressed, it's 15 to 18,000 pounds, right? Coming down onto that is a joke, right? Dozing for dummies. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna outboard it. We're gonna keep this on because these rams are going, and we're gonna build our outside pipe up and over. Now the second thing is, in our ROPS canopy, this is the business end. Okay? This is the other 50% of making a paycheck. What we can throw out the ass end. As you can see here, we picked up Bobcat backhoe. It's actually a little bit smaller than the John Deere, and will tuck up tighter, nicer, and 2 quick connects, and we'd be digging it, man. So we're going to, everything's pretty good on this. Hoses are looking fine, you know, they'll do for a while. Get her up and tested. Clean it, buff it, paint it. Should be a thing of beauty. And I've seen a couple pins and bosses that might need a little tightening up, but we'll see how it goes. We'll get it up and flipping and flopping around, see how tight it is. We'll do some bosses if we have to. But back onto our baby here. We are going to build a ripper. And we're going to stick a ripper on here. And one of the problems for our back tubes for the ROPS canopy coming down is where to connect these things. I've looked at probably the ass end of 50, 60 of these things. Now the problem with the John Deeres, okay, here's your hydraulic tank and control box on this side. And here's how they're mounted. Got a little spacer tube in there. Same on that side. Now, I don't want most of the guys throw it into these bolt holes. Well, for a rollover cage, that's a waste because you can do so much on the backs of these. I mean, these are tractors, guys. These are tractors. And there's 100 implements you can put on here to make money. So why waste it, right? I'm not going to waste any one of these bolt holes. So I've got to get up here on the cases, and it's creating by design. I still haven't figured out exactly where I'm going to attach to. I can overextend these bolts. What I was thinking of doing, plating it up, getting a top plate onto a bottom plate for a spacer, bring it up to height, torch cut a hole in here and bolt it onto here. And we're dealing with 1/2 inch plate, and bring it out to about here and then bring it up, because what I've got is I want to keep our hitch plate clean so we can swap anything out we need. But one of the most useful things you're ever going to put on one of these babies is a winch. Now, there's your PTO drive, and that's where the winches go. And I don't want to. I want to keep that free for other stuff. So what I've decided I'm going to do, I picked up an 18,000 pound electric winch. Our battery box is right in here. I can run 2 truck batteries in here, which will give me plenty of oomph. And with the pipes coming down here, I'm going to mount it right off here. A couple chain hooks, because you always want lift, especially if you're in there logging. You want to keep the butt ends of the trees up off the ground while you're dragging. So we're going to mount the winch pretty much right where the Deere is, onto the tubes, onto the pipes. And then, if we get stuck and we need to back out, we can bring the line down to a snatch block, and we can run it off the snatch block and get our ass end lift if we have to back out. So that's what we're going to do there. I'm looking at 3-inch Schedule 80. And that'll be another in our series of Dozing for Dummies and how to case out a John Deere. Okay guys, we're just charging up the battery here. We're going to do our, we've got our case is all full, and we'll do our spin and rinse, not lose our plug. Don't let shit get in there. All right. I'll stick them in later. There we go. And I'll screw them down later. Okay guys, another shorty. Stay tuned. Dozing for Dummies on the rebuild of a proper dozer. Okay.